He's dead.
Never should have come here.
Slay the dragon.
This is the end for you.
It's nothing. Come and face it.
Victory! That's all. Yes? What is...
The entrance must be past the Forsworn camp. Look for a canyon or cave entrance into the Karth Spire.
Goodbye.
What do you need, Dragonborn?
Yes? What is it?
Lead on to Skyrim Temple. Let's keep moving.
That's all.
This one's mine.
A long time ago.
This looks promising.
Yes.
Definitely early Akaviri stonework.
We've got to get this bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
We must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously.
We should be careful. There's no telling what traps and wards the ancient blades may have set. We'd best be careful in here. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the middle pillar. Given that Skyhaven temple was sealed against the return of the dragon, try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
Wait,
Why are you stopping?
we should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
Be careful. We'll cross once it's safe. Be careful.
It's safe now. Move.
Yes, it's...
I think we must be close to the entrance.
wonderful. Remarkably well preserved, too. Here's the blood seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil? Amazing, eh? To be standing at the very entrance to Skyhaven Temple itself.
The Akaviri blood seal can only be opened with the right kind of blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
Goodbye, then. This whole place appears to be a shrine to Reman. He ended the Akaviri invasion.
Esbern's probably right. Try using your blood on the carved seal on the floor. Let's get this door open and see what we've got.
After the so-called Battle of Pale Pass, the Akaviri went into his service. This was the foundation stone of the Second
Desmond's probably
Empire.
right. Try using your blood on the carved seal on the floor. It's coming to life. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyrim.
There's no telling what we might find inside. Fascinating. Original Akaviri bas-reliefs, almost entirely intact. Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's Wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead. Shaw's bones, here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved. Huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, yes. Let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Taunts, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all the news of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Aldrin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Elfin? You might learn something of our own history.
What do you need, Dragonborn? The Thalmor hunted us down, remember? It wasn't exactly great for recruitment. But we have a headquarters of a sort now. We will rebuild the Blades, someday. If you find anyone you think would make a good recruit, I can certainly take a look at them. Remember though, being a Blade is a lifelong commitment. Their loyalty has to be with us once they're in.
I know the place by heart. Once all blades knew it. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped. When the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles. When the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls. When the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Did you say something?
You're in luck. There is a blessing the blades used on the eve of battle. It's supposed to prepare the mind for slaying dragons. I doubt the blessing's effects last for very long. So ask whenever you're heading out, and I'll perform the proper rites. May the scales of the dragonkind splinter at the touch of your arrows, and crack under the weight of your sword. That's all there is to it, Dragonborn. Good luck.
Haven't you been paying attention to anything I've said? Only you can finally defeat Alduin and avert the end of the world. If we can just find out what shout the Nord heroes used, you may have a chance. Or not. There's no guarantee with prophecy. Merely hope. Very good.
Well, I'm gonna look around some more. See what the old Blades left for us.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Who knows what other lost treasures we might discover.
What do you need, Dragonborn?
We know you are. So you better come with us right now.
I don't know who you think I am, and I don't care. Leave me alone.
I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly, and we
What do you
won't
need?
have to get rough.
All right.
Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar.
What?
Made a mistake. Move along.
your words, and yet my body shakes with the need.
Control yourself. Do not frighten away our customers with your fits.
Yes, of course, you are right. Still, I would give much for even a few grains of moon sugar.
This one needs something? Take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that ending?
You're closing the stall, and that's final.
You want to give up now, out of fear? Is that what we're going to teach our daughter?
Mama, why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting, we're just... Why don't I get you something to eat? Mama and Papa will talk later.
My daughter Adara is going to be a fine silversmith when she's older. My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Hey, stop by my stall in the market sometime.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Need something? Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kyne's Grove this time. Got to thinking. Beyond the Dragonborn. I just don't know it yet.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years. And all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Waylon and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes. It all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Be careful who you talk to.
Anyone seen entering or leaving? Strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
The sisters are communing with Dibella. They can't be disturbed. You'll have to come back another time. I'm sorry. The Temple of Dibella closed. You can receive your blessing if you wish, but the other sisters are in seclusion. Yes? A heathen. Lovely. Oh, don't put on that angry look. I'm just teasing you. Dibella is the divine of beauty. She is a patron deity to artists and bards and those who seek life's simple pleasures. The temple offers her blessings to pilgrims, and instruction in enjoying all life has to offer. Well, you are lovely to look at, and there's so many things I could teach you, but I'm afraid the temple isn't taking in new students. The sisters are communing with Dibella. They can't be disturbed.
Outsiders. Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then turn around and go back where you came. City doesn't need you, doesn't want you. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. That's the way it is. That's the way it'll stay. It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markarth, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners that dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first. No, I live in a nice house in solitude, where the air isn't filled with smoke from the silver smelters, and golden-haired girls shine my shield. Been here ever since I left the Bard's College. Turns out a few muscles earn more gold than a damn loot. The Silverbloods pay me, let me crack a few skulls, and keep the guards off my back. That's all I need. Yeah.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Seems no one in this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, legal rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
Well, if it isn't the Slayer of the Glenmoral Witches, how can I assist you, companion?
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a crippled worker a helping hand.
The finest jewelry in all
Finally. Now get lost.
The bloodiest beef in the region.
Yes. Now, to find myself a drink.
What's on your mind? Until next time.
Redguard craftsmanship in every inch.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
You a fighting man? How about a little bet? Oh yeah, pretty little thing. Had a room here, I think. Ask the innkeeper. I think I'm going to get another drink.
This is the Silver Blood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
How are your chores coming, son?
Ah, yes. Rented the nicest room we had for a whole month. Best we all forget about her. Bad luck to talk about the dead in Markarth.
Why can't your father be more like you and your sister?
Are you going to walk over to Father and start
Remember, ale is cheaper than blood
Not
in
right
Markarth.
now. Maybe later, if I'm still upset. Unlike my husband Clever, I watch after our guests.
My mother and father yell a lot. Always have. What can I do for you?
All your drinks are watered down, Clever. You aren't fooling me, and you know Lisbon...
Can't be too careful these days, with the war and other dangers. For a fair price, I'll watch your back.
I remember her. Her stance. The way she walked. A trained warrior, no doubt. She had a room here. Might talk to the innkeeper about it.
I'm so sorry.
Watch your back, friend. Better yet,
know you
we need to do it for you.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days.
If I can't get you something, I'm sure my wife will bellow at me until I can. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room.
Now we'll have to
Right this
replace
way.
all the furniture before bugs
And our
set in.
steel will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we'll drink and
You just tell me if you need something.
we're the children
Let me
of
know if there's anything
Skyrim,
else.
And we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
How are your chores coming, my son?
Today, I've cleaned the linens, washed the floors, and checked in on all our guests.
Ah, my son. You'll be a fine innkeeper someday, like your father.
But Mother says you're a terrible innkeeper.
Never mind your mother, Ren. You listen to me and you'll be a great man one day.
The finest jewelry in all of Markarth.
Give me
Oh,
some
did you need
meat, you
something?
fat Nord.
What did you say to me, Reachman?
I said, give me some meat. I'm hungry. And the Divines know you don't need more food in that huge gut of yours.
You little twig. I'll snap you in two.
Just try it. Maybe a little time inside Sidna Mine will get rid of all that fat on you.
Redguard
Kira, do you
craftsmanship
have
in
anything...
every piece.
Bloodiest beef in the reach.
No other woman in Markarth would be wearing.
I do have one set of bracelets in a style that is popular with the nobility and Sentinel.
Sentinel? That's in Hammerfell, correct? And you say these bracelets are only worn by the nobility?
They are popular with the nobility there, yes. This particular bracelet is a copy of one worn by a crown princess.
Maybe in a few seasons I could afford such a treasure.
Are you looking for a gift for a friend, perhaps? Or a lover?
Need some fresh meat for your family?
Please, I don't want to talk about it. All that blood. If you want answers, ask at the inn. She told me she was staying there.
You have to look at the blood closely to see
Take a
the
look.
quality of the meat. How else will you know it's fresh?
Come back if you need a
I
new
don't
ring
need to
or
know if
necklace.
it's fresh from this distance.
Good to see you.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
The Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here. I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they own Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. I have records I need to tend to.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear? I've worked in the Treasury House for almost 20 years. There isn't an inch of this building that I haven't cleaned up.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me. My husband Thonar handles all our family's business. He's an important man. My dear vagrant, we're the only family worth knowing in Markarth. We own everything in this city, even the jail. And guess who owns the Silverblood Inn? Not that we named it that. The people just insisted. Yes, I was bored talking to you anyway. I married Thonar for the money, and I'm not the least bit ashamed to admit it. He's the real head of this family. He may not be the eldest, but all the work that keeps us respected is handled by my Thonar. Take care.
Yes?
What can I do for you?
I work for the Silverbloods, help clean. Just here to work. Make it quick.